Hi, today I'm going to be talking about decks that I almost bought in 2021. So I right now have a collection of, I think, just under 30 tarot and oracle decks combined, but it could have been a lot more if I actually bought all of these or any of these decks on this list. There are probably more decks on this list, or there should be more decks on this list, but I just forgot about them. So these are the ones that really sort of stuck in my head, that I still know, like, oh yeah, I remember exactly what I thought of, what I wanted out of that deck. Before I get started with the first one, I want to talk about what kind of reader I am. I do read tarot for myself, but I also read tarot on this channel. You know, I do a lot of pick-a-card readings, but also I offer client readings. So if you would like to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can always click the link in the description box below and you can book a reading with me through Etsy. So let's look at the list. And the first deck that I almost bought in 2021 is the African Tarot. And the reason that I was drawn to this deck so much, first of all, because of the cute imagery, but also because I was looking for more tarot decks by Black creators, or creators, people of color. So this deck I hoped would be like that inner child, like childish, cutesy kind of tarot deck. I don't have a lot of those. One of my cutesy tarot decks, I guess, would be the Good Karma Tarot deck. But I don't really have like a cutesy, childish sort of inner child tarot deck. Let me scoot over actually, so I have a little bit more space to put the decks right here. But yeah, I thought this would be really cute because I thought the imagery was really nice. Some people on the Amazon reviews said that it looks like it was drawn by a child, and they used that as a negative, as a negative thing. Yeah, sure, it looks like it's drawn by children. I think it's just the art style of it. And I personally really like it, but I eventually didn't get it because I don't know if I need a deck for like inner child stuff. I don't really think I need that. And the one that also falls into that category is the Tarot for Kids. I actually follow the creator, Teresa Reed. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram. So I sort of followed her journey through publishing, well, not necessarily publishing this, but just launching it, I guess. And I thought that it was so cute, and it is a very cute tarot deck. However, I decided to not get it because I don't think I really need a deck for inner child work. I do right now have the Afro Avatar Tarot, and that one both is by a Black creator, and it is sort of an inner child deck because it has a lot of nostalgia for me because it's about Avatar. So I think that scratches the itch that I was looking to scratch with the African Tarot as well as the Tarot for Kids. The next one is the Luna Soul Tarot. After I got my first tarot deck, which was the Modern Witch Tarot, I started looking at other decks that were published by Luminal 11, and I came across the Luna Soul Tarot, and I thought it was really cute because it's, again, we have that cuteness, but it's more like a pastel sort of color scheme, and I thought that it was really pretty. Eventually I didn't get it because I feel like it is too washed out. It's not really my aesthetic, and I don't know, there was just something about it that is sort of holding me back. But I was really, like, I almost got it, but then I decided to not get it, and I chose to buy the White Newman Tarot instead, which is also by Luminal 11, and I'm really happy with that purchase. So I'm really happy that I did not get this, but I was really close to buying it. Okay, the next deck that I almost got is the Wild Unknown Tarot, and not the original, like the regular size one, but the mini one that recently launched. So the one in a little tin. And I really wanna like this deck, but I just cannot get into it. The art style is not my thing, the color scheme not my thing, and I get that a lot of people are really into this and that it's a very popular deck. And I really thought that maybe if I get the pocket edition, then I would get more into this deck. So I watched a couple of flip throughs. It's not my thing. And the reason that it is still on this list, because it's about decks that I almost bought. I put it in my Amazon, not only on my wish list, but also in my shopping cart, and I almost checked out and I was like, no, I think it's gonna be a mistake. I don't think that this deck is for me, and maybe it is, but I'll find that out later. It's not my thing right now. It's not something that I need in my collection right now. I don't know, it's just, I'm not necessarily saying I have FOMO, but so many people say that they love this deck that I almost feel bad about not feeling connected to this deck at all. Another deck that I was so close to getting is the Joie de Vivre Tarot. It's a French name. I don't speak French. Je ne parle pas français. I thought it was so cute, and I saw the flip through of Lisa Papette and I thought it was really pretty, and the art style is really cool. It's really different. It's by Paulina Cassidy, if I remember correctly, and it's super interesting. So there is this whole thing about the certain figures and stuff, characters in this deck that can add another layer to your readings. I wasn't really looking forward to learning about all of those, just to work with the deck. And of course you don't have to, you can just pick it up and read with it as it is, without the underlying characters and knowing all of that. I didn't like the backs of these cards. That was something that I didn't like. And overall, I thought that it was a little bit too similar to my Dreaming Way Tarot, which also has the white borders, has very light aesthetic. So I thought that it was just a little bit too similar, and I really love my Dreaming Way, so I don't need this deck, but I was so extremely close to getting it. Probably the most out of all of these on this list. An Oracle deck that I almost bought this year, but then didn't, and I've also decided to just not at all get it, is the Spirit Animal Oracle. I've read some things about spirit animals and how that is, I don't necessarily want to say a closed practice, but it's something from a whole culture that I am not a part of and that I don't know enough about to feel like I can comfortably use these cards. So again, I almost bought them because I know that a lot of people love this, but I don't know, if I want to use an animal oracle, I would rather use one that's not associated or doesn't use aspects of cultures that I am not a part of, if that makes sense. So that is why I won't be buying the Spirit Animal Oracle, but I almost did because it's extremely popular and it's one of the decks that you often see recommended by people when you are looking at Oracle decks. Okay, so this deck came out like pretty recently. It's the Moon and Stars Tarot, and it is by Jane Wallace. And one of my first tarot decks was the Magical Nordic Tarot, Mystical Nordic, something like that. And it was also by Jane Wallace, and I actually learned a lot from that little guidebook. I really liked the guidebook. I really liked the cards. It was really pretty, but ultimately it was a pip deck. So I don't know, I didn't like it enough. It was very glossy, so it also was a pain in the ass to film. And overall, I just thought I didn't need it. So I gave it to one of my friends who was really drawn to it. So I saw that she was gonna come out with the Moon and Stars Tarot, and I really like astrology. I feel very connected to the moon and the stars. But then I remembered that this is probably also gonna be a pip deck, and I'm pretty sure that it is. So yeah, I could use this for the guidebook because it also had some images of the guidebook. Let me see if I can pull it up a little bit bigger here. So in the guidebook we have some keywords, interpretation, meaning, a star message, a moon magic affirmation. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, but overall I don't think that this is one that I need. Again, I'd have the exact same problem with the glossiness, with the cardstock. I do like her artwork. I do really like it. It looks very similar to the Nordic, mystical Nordic, that thing. deck, and I really liked it. I like that it has keywords, but I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't think it's gonna add anything to my collection. Okay, the next one I'm gonna talk about together because they both have a similar reason as to why I'm not buying them. So right before I bought the Afro Avatar Tarot, I had that one on my wish list since like December last year, pretty much right after she launched it. But I wasn't sure because I thought it was pretty expensive, and I saw that the cardstock was a little floppy. So I was like, okay, let me see if there are other creators or other tarot decks that were created around Avatar, and there were on Kickstarter. So the first one that I saw was the White Lotus Elemental Tarot, and I heard that name and I was like, wait, White Lotus, it sounds so familiar. So I clicked on it, and of course it was an Avatar: The Last Airbender inspired tarot deck, and the images are really, really cool, and I think her artwork is really great. But what I didn't want to get this because of the way that the borders and the titles are made. And I know that that is incredibly petty because the artwork is so beautiful, but I absolutely hate the font. It looks like regular like Times New Roman fonts, but big and light gray and not right, like they're not centered correctly, like vertically, and that bugs me so much. Also the font of the font size is not the same on all the cards, and that just really, really bugged me. And I am not lying when I say that if the creator did the titles differently, then I probably would have bought it. But and let's look at the second Avatar Tarot and then let you know why I didn't buy from Kickstarter at all. Because the next one is the Avatar: The Last Airbender unofficial tarot card deck by Andrea Kahn. The previous one, by the way, was by Raquel. I think that's her name on Kickstarter. But the Avatar: The Last Airbender unofficial tarot card deck, that was really, really cool. I really liked the art style, again, the artwork on the cards. I didn't mind the borders. I thought that was very clever. I really liked the way that they did that. The minor arcana, and it is pip, like extremely pip. So for coins, we have cabbages. I thought that was so fun, and there were definitely more ways that they could have done this. I do like what they did with the court cards, but the pips of the minor arcana are so important, are such an important big part of a tarot deck, that I can't just have a card full of 10 cabbages and have that being my 10 of coins. It doesn't say anything to me. It doesn't inspire me. And the same with the suit of cups and the suit of swords, which was really weird to me because wands is fire, but they use swords with red for the Fire Nation, and then they have orange, like yellow-orange for the element of air, but it's the suit of wands. So that was another thing that I thought was really strange. But I sort of almost was willing to overlook that, but then I found out that Kickstarter, you can only pay Kickstarter with a credit card, and I don't have a credit card, and I don't want to get a credit card. I live in the Netherlands, we don't need to have a credit card. I have my bank account, my debit card, and that is it. That's the only thing that I have. So yeah, I didn't end up getting those Avatar tarot decks. Really such a big shame, but I have my Afro Avatar Tarot, and that is the best Avatar Tarot that I could ever wish for. It's everything that I could ever wish for. So let's go look at another tarot deck. This one is not definitively of my wish list, because I love it, but it's the Way of the Panda. It's so cute, and I just purchased another tarot deck that hopefully by the time this video goes up, this video is gonna go up somewhere next week, so pretty pre-filmed, but I just ordered the Tarot de Renard, or the Renard tarot deck with foxes that is watercolor art, and this is watercolor art with pandas. And it's so cute. This was also one of the first tarot decks that I saw, and it's been on my wish list for ever since I got into tarot. And again, it's a little bit more expensive than I would probably like to pay. There's also a mini edition, and I would have to look at the dimensions if it's something that I think is worth it for a mini edition. Oh yeah, and the Tarot de Renard is sent from France, so that wasn't too long. That's not going to be too long of a wait to get, but I don't know if the Way of the Panda Tarot is also coming from somewhere in Europe or if it has to come from the US. Absolutely love this deck, and like I said, I might still get it because it's gorgeous. Another tarot deck that I have decided that I'm not gonna get, but that was a really hard one, is the This Might Hurt Tarot, because I see and hear so many people gush about this deck, and it is really pretty. I really like that they have a lot of gradient going on in the background of these tarot cards. I like that it's super modern and it's very relatable. But I don't know, I have enough relatable modern tarot decks. I have my Good Karma tarot deck. I have my Modern Witch. I have my, I don't know, what else do I have? I have my Lightseer's Tarot. I have enough modern tarot decks that I can use either for myself or for clients. I don't need this. It's also an indie deck, so it's kind of expensive. You can pick it up with, you have like 2 choices of edging that you can pick, and they're gorgeous. I don't need it. And another one, this was a really weird one. This was the Gaian Tarot, and there are multiple publications of this. So I believe Llewellyn had this for a while, and that one looks really different from the ones that you can get now. So the artwork, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much the same. The borders are weird and the titles are weird, and I don't like that. So I almost got it because this is the one that I thought I was gonna get, but I can't get that one anymore. So I almost got it, and I would have gotten this. So yeah, really, really sad about that, but I almost got it, and I was super sad that I couldn't get the one that I wanted, but no, it's fine. And then the last deck that I want to talk about that I almost got in 2021, and again, this one is not definitively off of my wish list yet because it's so freaking cute. This one is on the website of the Game Crafter. It is by Blue Dog Rose, I think. And this is the Rabbit Tarot. It is so cute. It is kind of small, so I don't really know how it's gonna shuffle, and that was one of the reasons that I didn't want to get it, because I don't know how it's gonna shuffle because it's quite small, and I really like my just regular size tarot cards. But it's so cute. I really like the art style. The artist is so talented. It's so pretty. I love rabbits. I think it's so cute. And they also have the Tarot tarot deck, which is basically the rat tarot, but it's tarot, and it has a similar art style. It's so cute. I don't know if I like the rat or the rabbit one better, but they're both adorable. Both by the same creator, Blue Dog Rose. They have a lot more tarot decks that are animal based, and they are so cute. So yeah, I haven't gotten that yet because of the size, because I don't really know if I really need them, but they're really cute. Since filming this video, I have indeed purchased both the Rabbit Tarot and the Tarot. So super excited to get it in. I'm still a long way from receiving it because it's still in a queue, but yeah. Yeah, these are all the decks that I almost bought in 2021. Please let me know in the comments down below which decks you almost bought this year. Ooh, when is this video gonna go up? Okay, so it's gonna go up next week, and we only have 7 more days left in this year. So yeah, it's still quite a little bit too early to wish you a happy new year, so I won't do that. Merry Christmas, happy holidays if you celebrate any holidays. Feeling good about the holidays. I really love this time of year because of the holidays. Everything around it I don't like. I don't like the cold. I am made for warm weather. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna stop recording, also because my battery is dying. and I'm gonna cover myself in an extremely warm blanket and kind of warm myself up. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos on tarot talks, pick a card readings, definitely subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you here. And for now, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.